intersection of Green Up Street and Smith Street in Kissimmee. We initially thought it was a car crash. The scene was just south of Donegan, and it's about 2 blocks east of 441. Upon the arrival, the deputies discovered a 20-year-old black male, Kishorn Armand, who was deceased in the driver's seat of the vehicle. He was a Range Rover. He had been shot multiple times while driving the vehicle. This incident was determined later by our investigators to be a premeditated murder linked to organized gang activity in the area. After processing evidence and following the leads for several months, our detectives identified 3 suspects that were in the vehicle with the victim. The 3 people were Cornelius Walls, Tashard Smith, and Sincere McKenzie. At the time of the shooting, Walls, Smith were both 17 years of age. The investigation was presented to the state attorney's office, and the grand jury subsequently indicted all 3 suspects for first-degree murder. And with that said, we'd like to recognize the grand jury for doing the right thing and stepping up, because this is a premeditated murder of a young man. Walls and McKenzie were already incarcerated on unrelated charges at the time of their indictment. The U.S. Marshal Service located Tashard Smith in Osceola County on February the 3rd of 2026. There was a lot of evidence in this case, and we'd like to give kudos to the FDLE Crime Lab for processing that. The amount of evidence in this case was large, very large amount. The gang-related violence is significant challenges law enforcement. We encourage the community to assist in bringing these perpetrators to justice. Crime Line is an excellent resource for that. It's anonymous reporting. Currently, we have 3 murders in the same area, and our investigators have identified all 3 of those murders to be gang-related. With that, that's the end of that. I'll close that if you have any questions. Yes?
Sheriff, gang-related, but what was the motive for the death of Armand?
That's part of the ongoing investigation. We can tell you later. I can't tell you today. It's part of the stuff we're going to present in discovery.
Was he himself a gang member?
He was not.
There's several businesses in that area.
Churches, Wawa, other stuff is in that area, yes.
Were you able to obtain any video surveillance showing this incident?
Yes.
Obviously, we've seen a lot of gangs in Osceola County. Have you guys been obviously keeping track of it, but is it kind of hard to track down these people, or was it easy to kind of get them to come forward?
No, this was a lot of work by our investigators to pull this together. This was not gang-related or documented gang members we knew of. It was found out through the investigation.
How rough is the issue of gangs in that part of Osceola County?
They're rough anywhere in the state of Florida, but most of them migrate from Orange, and they come into Osceola. We do have some in Osceola we keep our eyes on. You know, since I took over in June, it's another focus of the sheriff's office is keeping an eye on criminal activity such as this, like we had the triple murder, random shootings, stuff like that. We got to try to pay attention to make our community safer. Anything else? Nope. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Sheriff.
You're welcome.